you can win big time at Texas. You're expected to win big time, and we understand that. But the resources, the type of support from the administration, Chris Plonsky, DeLoss Dodd, have been tremendous. And, I can't be more grateful. Coach Summit was such a wonderful mentor for me, is still such a wonderful person and a great, great friend. Talk to her every day. And I do miss learning from her every day, but I try to grasp that knowledge on the phone as often as I can.
All coaches want more than what they did the year before. Even national championship coaches will say, well, yeah, if we could have been even a little bit better if we'd done this or that. 8-10-2, 4-4 in the Big 12, certainly wanted more. But what do you feel that you learned about your program in your first season in Austin as much as anything?
Well, the first 6 months was just to build that trust. The next 6 months was to implement our expectations and have the players understand what they were asked of each and every day. This past spring, the third 6 months, we had their trust and they became invested, and they are quicker, they are faster, they are stronger. We've had the highest team GPA on campus for the past 2 semesters, so they're really in the pursuit of excellence in every facet of their life, which makes us as coaches very, very proud. This 6 months, expectations are understood, the trust is there. Now we're turning up the heat. I came here to win championships at Texas. The team understands, and that's our goal, is to win a national championship and conference championships. So we're raising up the heat from the competitive standpoint.
Well, that tells me a little bit about what I was going to ask you next is, and that is the message to your players in these early days before you get ready for your first match coming up this week. What's the message to this group this year, even to the ones returning from last year as well as the newcomers, as opposed to what it was last year?
We want educated effort. I believe that educated effort, 2 words that empower young women, education and effort solely predicated upon their own input, will lead to our expectations. We talked about these types of words in the competitive environment. Pressure, potential. Potential just means you're not there yet. Ange Kelly has the potential to be a good soccer player. That just means she's not a good soccer player right now. So we don't want pressure, the word pressure or potential, which is outside influences, to seep anywhere into the program. We want educated effort. Come to training each and every day, being accountable for your game, learning, being a student of the game. And we want those 2 things to meet so we can meet our expectations.
You're big on the 6-month installment thing, and I want to give you a chance to explain that a little bit, how you approach your team, their development, their training, how they get ready, and how you go through the course of a calendar year, let alone a season, in the 6-month installment mentality.
Well, we're in the people business. I'm not coaching microwave ovens. I'm coaching human beings, and I believe that we're doing so much more than just coaching the game of soccer. We're instilling life skills amongst these young ladies that they can take on for the rest of their lives. So when I stated that the first 6 months was trust, we needed to be consistent there for them. I told them, you are going to be able to trust us, but don't trust us today. Don't trust us next week. Trust us when you know that we are consistently there for you and you have a genuine trust. And we took as much time as it was going to take to invest and to have these young ladies understand that we are here to be a resource for you. We are invested in your life. We want to know your families. We want to know everything about you, because in turn, that's going to allow us to help you grow as an individual. And through the game of soccer, we're going to make you a very strong young lady. So that took, in saying those types of things, I think after the first 6 months and certain circumstances that happened as soon as we arrived on campus with Kylie Doniak, they were forced to see us in positions of adversity and see how consistent our behavior was and how committed we were to the University of Texas and winning. And then the next 6 months was our first season. So that was new. So we worked there, and then this is our first spring where we've had a complete spring with everybody invested in a trusting environment. So it has worked out that way. Wasn't expecting it to be in 6 months installments, but I'm going to take it.
One of my wife's favorite programs on television is Cutthroat Kitchen, and so she likes that. And when you hear the word cutthroat, it connotes different things. But you've also mentioned you want your team to, on the field, have that cutthroat mentality. Explain that a little bit.
You need to be able to bury your opponent. We want them to compete each and every day for positions, for playing time, in order to make one another better and to have a competitive environment in training. And in turn, we want to release the hounds and go after the opponent. We don't want to sit back and wait to see what another team is going to do. We want to be in the position of power and dominance. So we want to be high pressure and kind of dictate our outcome. So we're going to go after it.